Hi, Phil Simborg from the Backgammon Learning Center, where we have 10 very experienced, highly trained, excellent teachers teaching in 7 different languages, and we have over 120 different lesson plans on various aspects of backgammon. We've broken down the game into many, many areas, and we have specific lessons about every area of play. One of our lessons is about bearing off, and this particular situation is bearing off in a situation where you might be getting gammons. This is a money game. Red has a 6-1 to play. This is just a typical situation in a very simple lesson, but a very important lesson that comes up often. First thing you should know is when you are forced to make a play, make that part that's forced. You have to take a checker off with the 6. Now you decide what to do with the 1. Why don't you think about it and see what you would do with the 1? Obviously, you're not going to play from 2 to 1 and leave a shot. You're either going to take 1 off or move from 3 to 2. Well, because your opponent doesn't have much of a board, and because you're very likely to win gammons, it seems like taking 1 off wouldn't be that big a risk. And the truth is, it isn't that big a risk. The odds are he's going to come in, that blue will come in 75% of the time with a 4, 5, or 6, so you don't have to worry about leaving a shot. Even if he doesn't come in, you might not leave a shot on the next roll. There's a few rolls that don't leave shots. But even if you leave a shot and he hits it, you're very likely to win. So it sure looks like it's not too dangerous to take a checker off in this situation. But the point is, it's wrong. Let's take a look and put the position back. Let's see what the computer says. It's right to make the safer play because you don't gain anything by taking the extra checker off. If you take the extra checker off, you have 7 checkers left. And with 7 checkers left, it's going to take you 4 rolls to get all your checkers off. And if you don't take the checker off, you have 8 checkers left, and it's still going to take you 4 rolls. So when you have a no-miss position like this, where you're not going to miss on any of your moves, why take any risk at all? There's no point in it. Let's go back to the original position where you have, and now let's have another checker. Now when you take 1 off, there is a reason to take the risk. You will win more gammons. You are taking a slight chance, if you don't roll a 1 next time, that you will leave a shot. But again, the risks are minimal, but the gain is terrific by saving a roll. Now you do save a roll by taking off the 7 checker, because if you don't, you'll have 9 checkers left, and with 9 checkers left, it's going to take you 5 rolls. So 1 whole roll gains a lot. Let's take a look. And clearly it's right to take the risk. You win 20% more gammons by saving that 1 roll, even though you're risking leaving a shot and getting hit. So the odd even number, when you do have no misses, is going to be very important. In positions where you're likely to miss, that's different, because if you have an open 2-point or 1 point and you're probably going to miss before the end of the game, then the odd even actually reverses. It might be right to take the checker off or to take more of a chance. So this is, again, a very simple, easy thing to remember. Good rule of thumb. Stops you from making almost a 20% blunder when you know this rule of thumb. And we're full of these rules of thumb. These are the kinds of things that the great players in the world, that's why they can make so many plays automatically, because they have them as a reference and a rule of thumb. You don't have to go through and do all this logic over the board. Simply know that when you have an odd number or even number of checkers off. And of course, his board and the value of gammons will come into play. If gammons don't matter at all, for example, if it's double match point, then you would make the safer play because you don't even care about winning gammons, and you win just a little bit better, a little bit more. Look at this. You win 0.2% more by playing safer. There's no reason to go for a gammon. So that's why match play is more complicated too, and that's what we do. We teach both money and match play, depending on what the player is looking to do. We have many players that only play money games and never ever see a tournament match and don't want to play match play. And of course, we even have students that play tabla, that don't even play with the doubling cube, and we teach those students as well. So look us up if you'd like some help. We can sharpen your game just like this in very, very many, in every area of the game. And you'll also find that taking lessons and learning this game makes the game more fun and more interesting to play while you're playing, and the actual process of learning and going through this is a lot of fun too. You'll enjoy the experience. Thanks for watching. Phil Simborg from the Backgammon Learning Center. Bye-bye.